Today we start the new chapter, Moment of Inertia. Moment of inertia. Now, what is meant by inertia? Inertia is nothing but the property of a body to maintain the same state, either state of rest or state of motion. Means suppose if anybody is at rest position, unless and until we apply some force on it, it does not changes its position. It remains as it is. So suppose the body is on the rectilinear motion and we apply a force on the body to change its state. So the body goes from here to here. Now the mass of the body is say m, or we can say 5 kg. Now we apply a force of say 10 Newton. Now we consider the another example. Now we consider a body of mass 10 kg. And now we apply the same force. We apply the same force. So the body goes up to here only. So what we say, when the body is in rectilinear motion, the force is required to change its states. Depends on the mass of the body. Depends on mass of this body. So mass is the measure of inertia for a rectilinear motion. Now suppose the body is rotating about any axis. Suppose the body is rotating about this axis. Now here also the force is required to change the state. But here the force does not depend only on mass of the body, but it also depends on the axis, the distance between the axis of rotation. So here we can say when the body is in rotational motion or in angular motion, the mass and the distance from the axis of rotation is the measure of inertia. Now what is mean by moment of a force? We have seen in our first year subject mechanics, that is moment of a force. It is nothing but what? A product of moment of force is equal to, it is the product of force and the perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and the point about which we take the moment. So this we have studied already. That is, moment of force is the product of force and the perpendicular distance between the line of action of the force and the point about which we take the moment. So here we replace the word force by an word area. So the moment of area is the product of area and the perpendicular distance between the reference axis and the product of area and the perpendicular distance between the centroid of the area and the axis. So moment of area is the product of area and the perpendicular distance between the centroid of the area and the axis. That means, suppose if we consider the reference axis as OX and O1, and this is an irregular area. So suppose we consider this area daily A, elemental area. So the perpendicular distance from this centroid to axis we consider as X. So this moment of area is equal to product of area, that is nothing but dA, multiplied by the perpendicular distance, that is this X distance. So this is called as your first moment of area. Now again, if we take the double moment or we take the second moment about the same reference axis, then it is called as double moment, or we can say second moment of area. So dA multiplied by this X, and again we multiply by the same distance. So it becomes dA X square. And this second moment of area is called as moment of inertia. Moment of inertia. So moment of area is nothing but product of area and the perpendicular distance. कशामधलं? Between the centroid and this axis. If we take this moment, this is called as moment of area. And again we take the same moment again about that axis, then it is called as double moment or second moment of area. And it is called as moment of inertia. So now we understand this concept again in detail. Okay, so now we consider an irregular area. Now we consider this x-axis, this one is your y-axis. Okay, now we consider an irregular area A. Okay, now what we do? We divide this total area into a small elemental areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to the nth area. A1, A2, A3, A4, up to An area. What we have done? This is an irregular area A. Now we divide this area into small elementary areas A1, A2, A3, A4, up to Nth area. Now we consider the perpendicular distance from the y-axis. For first area, we consider the distance as x1. For the second area, we consider the distance as x2. For the third area, we consider x3. Similarly, we consider up to the nth area, this distance as xn. Okay, now what we consider? First area, A1. Now we consider area A1. Now this first area A1, we find first moment of area. So I write first moment of area A1 is equal to what? How to find first moment of area? Product of area and the perpendicular distance. So we consider this area is A1 multiplied by this perpendicular distance about this y-axis is x1. So this is your first moment of area. Now we again take the moment of the same area about y-axis. That means we multiplied with the same distance. So second moment of area A1 is equal to A1 multiplied by x1 square because we multiply again with the same distance. So this is your second moment of area A1. Now we find for A2. So we write here second moment of area A2 is equal to A2 into x2 square. A2 into x2 is first moment of area again multiplied by with same distance. So that is A2 x2 square. So similarly we calculate this second moment of area up to the nth area, that is An xn square. So all these second moment of area we calculate about y-axis. So we write now Iy y is equal to, now we take the addition of all the second moment of inertia. That is A1 x1 square plus A2 x2 square up to An xn square. So this is nothing but moment of inertia about y-axis is summation algebraic sum of A x square. Or you can say this A, we can write capital A also, or we can write A small also here. This is the total area. So this is the moment of inertia about y-axis. Nothing but what? Algebraic sum of second moment of all the elementary areas. Now if we calculate this moment of inertia about x-axis, that is Ix. So what we write here? Now we consider this perpendicular distances. This one is your y1, this one is your y2, this one is your y3, and this one is your yn. So here a1 y1 square plus a2 y2 square up to an yn square. Nothing but Ixx is equal to ay square. So this is what? So this is nothing but moment of inertia about any axis is the algebraic sum of second moment of all the elementary gas. Now we say now the unit of area. Unit of area is meter square and y is nothing but distance. So distance meter square. So unit of moment of inertia is meter raised to 4 or generally we use all dimensions in mm. So the formula is the unit is mm raised to 4, centimeter raised to 4 or meter raised to 4. So it is the definition of moment of inertia. Moment of inertia about any axis is the algebraic sum of second moment of all the elementary. So this definition is asked in exam. Define moment of inertia and write it SI unit. So moment of inertia is nothing but what? Algebraic sum of second moment of all the elementary area. It's nothing but resistance to angular motion. Now we see the next concept, that is radius of gyration. Nothing but a radius of gyration. It is denoted by the letter K. Okay, now we see the same example. So now we consider one again an irregular shape, irregular area, say A. So we consider the reference axis as X and Y. Okay. Now again we divide this total area into small elementary areas. A1, A2, A3, A4 up to AN. So A1, A2, A3 up to and the area. Now we consider the reference axis as x-axis. So the perpendicular distances become y1, second y2, third y3, and the last nth area is yn. Now we find moment of inertia about reference axis x-axis. So what is the moment of inertia? If we consider the first area is a1 y1 square plus second a2 y2 square plus third one is a3 y3 square up to an yn square. काय केलं आपण? Moment of inertia find केला x axis ला. Now what we do? Now this is an irregular shape. Now what we do? We concentrate all this area into a horizontal strip. All this area now we concentrate in a horizontal strip, so that all these distances becomes equal. All these distances from this x-axis become equal. Nothing but y1, y2. This one is your yn. So all these distances we consider same and we assume it as a k. काय केलं आपण? Moment of inertia find केलं x-axis ला. आता हा जो irregular area, this area we concentrate in a narrow horizontal strip, so that all these distances from the centroid to the x-axis become same. That is y1, y2, y3, y4, yn. All distances become same, and that distances we consider as k. So instead of the y1, y2, we can put k. Now we put Ixx is equal to a1 k square plus a2 k up to n k. आपण y1, y2, y3 च्या ऐवजी we put k. Now we simplify this. Ixx is equal to, now we take common as k square. So inside a1, a2 to a. We take k square. So inside bracket we find a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus a4 up to a. So square. Now this A1 plus A2 plus A3 is nothing but this total area is nothing but A. You can write small a or you can write capital A. So this one is the total area. Finding K. So we take K square on one side and the remaining terms on the other side. So now we want K. So K is equal to Ix upon A. That is the area. Find about x-axis. So we can write here kxx. Similarly, if we find about y-axis, so I write here, see here, Iyy is nothing but what? A1 x square plus A2 x. I write here A1 x1 square plus A2 x2 square up to AN xn square. Similarly, now we concentrate this area into strips so that all the distances become equal. So here we can write A1k square plus A2k square up to AN k square. This is nothing but your Iyy. Again same, we take common k square. So A1 plus A2 up to AN. So this is your Iyy. Now k square is equal to Iyy. Now this A1 plus A2 plus A3 is nothing but the total area, that is I. So K is equal to under root Iyy upon A. Now this is about y-axis, so we write Iyy upon A. So simple formula of K is become now under root I divided by A. If we have to calculate about x-axis, then we consider Ix upon A. If we have to find about y-axis, then we consider Iyy upon A under root. So what's the definition of this K? K means it is nothing but that distance. It is that distance from the given axis at which the whole area is to be concentrated without changing the mi about that axis. So what is radius of gyration is nothing but it is a distance. Kuthun from the axis, kuttaparent at which the whole area is to be concentrated. Kasa without changing the mi about that axis. So what is the unit of radius of gyration? Now you can see here under root unit of I, nothing but moment of inertia. Just we have seen now meter raised to 4. What is the unit of area? That is meter square. So this meter square get cancelled. Under root it remains meter square. So outside the square root, the answer is n. So the unit of radius of gyration is meter or centimeter or mm. So again repeat, radius of gyration is that distance from the given axis at which the whole area is to be concentrated without changing the mi about that axis. So it is also asked in exam. This is the important property, radius of gyration. So now this moment of inertia, we calculate where? Now that we'll see now. Okay. Now next is the centroidal axis. Now what is meant by centroidal axis? Now suppose we consider a rectangle. Dimensions of this rectangle is B by D. Now the centroid of this rectangle is located where? The centroid of the rectangle is located at intersection of its diagonals. So this is your centroid. Now the axis which passes through this centroid is called as the centroidal axis. So there are two axes. The axis which passes through the centroid. So there is one horizontal centroidal axis and one is the vertical centroidal axis. So what is meant by centroidal axis? The axis which passes through the centroid, that axis is called as centroidal axis. So there are two centroidal axes, one is horizontal another is a vertical. So this moment of inertia generally calculated about the centroidal axis. So this centroid is very important. We know the centroid of each. Suppose this is a circle. So we must know the position of centroid. Where is the centroid located for circle? Centroid is located at the center. Now we draw the centroidal axis. The axis which passes through the centroid. So this is your horizontal centroidal axis and this one is your vertical centroidal axis. ओके, म्हणजे सेंट्रोइडल ऍक्सिस म्हणजे काय की जो ऍक्सिस सेंट्रोइड मधून पास होतो आणि आपण सेंट्रोइडल ऍक्सिस आपल्याला का हवे बिकॉज मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया जनरली कॅल्क्युलेटेड अबाउट द सेंट्रोइडल ऍक्सिस. So we must know the position of centroid for rectangle, circle, that means for all basic figures. So centroidal axis, the axis which passes to the centroid. Now there are some basic standard formulas for basic standard figures. Nothing but circle, rectangle, semicircle, quarter circle, triangle, etc. Now we see the basic formulas. Now the first basic figure is rectangle. Now I draw. So this is rectangle. This one is your again D, that is width. This one is your D, that is depth. Now where is the position of centroid? Centroid located at intersection of the diagonal. So this is your centroid. So this is the horizontal centroidal axis and this is your vertical centroidal axis. So moment of inertia for a rectangle about horizontal centroidal axis, that is Ix is equal to, the formula is BD cube by 12, where B means width, D means depth, Iyy is equal to DB cube by 12. This is very important basic formula. While solving the problems, we need all these formulas for basic figures. So हे सगळं लक्षात ठेवायचे. For rectangle, BD cube by 12 and for Iyy, DB cube by 12. Now suppose we consider it is a hollow rectangle. Now I again draw. Now this one is your hollow rectangle. So the outside dimensions are capital B. This one is your capital D. These inside dimensions are small b. And this one is your small d. So again we require the centroid. So again it is intersection of the diagonals. Okay, so this is your centroid. Now we draw the axis which passes to the centroid. So this is your horizontal centroidal axis and this one is your vertical centroidal axis. Now what is the formula for Ix? Ix is capital BD cube by 12 minus small bd cube by 12. Similarly, Iyy equal to capital DB cube by 12 minus small db cube by 12. So हे सगळे फॉर्म्युले तुम्हाला पाठ हवेत नंतर. You should learn these formulas. Rectangle, then hollow rectangle. If we consider square, then again the formula becomes what? Now square means all the four sides are remain equal. Means see here. Now we consider square. This one is V. So area is nothing but side square, that is V square. So this moment of inertia is equal to, how to calculate now moment of inertia? Again we calculate, again we find centroid. So the axis, this is the horizontal centroidal axis. This one is your vertical centroidal axis. Now here, Ix and Iyy for square both are same. So Ixx is equal to Iyy is equal to, now here BD cube by 12 for rectangle. Now B and D both are same. So the formula becomes B raised to 4 by 12. Now the formula becomes B raised to 4 by 12. Okay. Again, it is suppose the hollow square, then again it becomes capital B raised to 4 by 12 minus small b raised to 4 by 12. So the next figure is now circle. So this is your centroid. Now the radius of this circle is say R. Now this one is your horizontal centroidal axis. This one is your vertical centroidal axis. Now again for circle, this Ixx and Iyy both are same. And the formula is pi by 64 d raised to 4. If the diameter of the circle we consider as d. So the formula is pi by 64 d raised to 4. Now suppose there is a hollow circle. समजा hollow circle असेल. So the outer diameter is capital D and the inside diameter is small d. So the now formula, again the centroid is located at the center. So this is your horizontal centroidal axis and this one is your vertical centroidal axis. Again for hollow circle, Ixx and Iyy both are same. The formula is pi by 64 capital D raised to 4. This is the moment of inertia of the outer circle minus pi by 64 small d raised to 4. This is the moment of inertia for the inside circle. So you can see here, this is the MI for hollow solid circle. This is the moment of inertia for hollow circle. Now the next figure is triangle. So the first we have seen rectangle, then square, hollow rectangle, then circle, then hollow circle. Now we go for triangle. So the triangle is base is B and height is H. So the area of the triangle is half base into height. Now here the moment again we find the position of centroid. So the centroid located at intersection of all the three medians. So this is your centroid. This distance is what? H by 3. And this distance is B by 2. Before studying moment of inertia, your centroid concept should be clear. So now this is the horizontal centroidal axis. X. So the formula for moment of inertia about horizontal centroidal axis is BH cube by 36. Now again there are two more formulas we have, that is moment of inertia about base and the moment of inertia about the apex. So there are more two formulas, that is I base means moment of inertia about base is BH cube by 12 and the moment of inertia about the apex and the formula is BH cube by 4. So these are the three more formulas for triangle. At base BH cube by 12, at centroidal axis BH cube by 36 and at the apex that is BH cube by 4. This is also asked in exam for 2 marks. Set the moment of inertia for a triangle about its base. So you have to draw this figure and write the formula for base. Now the next figure is semicircle. So this is your center, this one is your radius. Now where is the position of the centroid for semicircle? The centroid lies at this distance above this base. Now this distance is 4r by 3 pi. म्हणून म्हटलं तुम्हाला सेंट्रॉइडचे सगळे फॉर्म्युले आठवायला पाहिजे लास्ट इयर मेकॅनिक्सचे. जर ते फॉर्म्युले आणि सेंट्रॉइडचे कॉन्सेप्ट क्लिअर असतील तर यू कॅन इझिली understand this moment of inertia, you can easily solve the problems. So this is your horizontal centroidal axis. And one is your vertical centroidal axis. The formula is Ixx is equal to, now what is the formula for Ixx? 0.11 r raised to 4. This is the formula for Ixx. And for Iyy, this is pi by 8 r raised to 4. This is the formula for semicircle. That is 0.11 r raised to 4 and pi by 8 r raised to 4. Now next we consider last figure, that is quarter circle. Now what is the area of this semicircle? Area of circle is pi r square. So area of semicircle is pi by 2 r square. And the area of quarter circle divided, area of circle is pi r square divided by 4. So this is again your quarter circle, radius is r. So this is the position of centroid at a distance of, किती distance असतं 4r by 3 pi from both the sides. दोन्ही बाजूनी किती distance असतं 4r by 3 pi. Now as these distances are same, moment of inertia about both the axes remain same. So Iyy and Ixx both are same, and that value of moment of inertia is 0.055 r raised to 4. So we have seen all the basic formulas for basic figures. First we have seen for rectangle, that is BD cube, Ix is equal to BD cube by 12, Iyy equal to DD cube by 12. For a hollow rectangle, Ix is equal to capital BD cube by 12 minus small BD cube by 12. Then for square, square means all the sides are same. So the formula is B raised to 4 by 12. Then we go for circle. Now for circle, Ixx and Iyy both are same. And the formula is pi by 64 D raised to 4. Similarly, Iyy also remains same. Again for hollow circle, the formula of Ixx and Iyy both are same. The formula is pi by 64 capital D raised to 4 minus pi by 64 small d raised to 4. Then we have seen for triangle. Now for triangle, there are three formulas are available. One about at base, one about at centroidal axis, and one about at apex. So the formula at base is BH cube by 12. Formula for centroidal axis at the moment of inertia about centroidal axis is BH cube by 36. And Mi about apex is BH cube by 4. Then we have seen the last moment of inertia about quarter circle and semicircle. Okay. Now we take the next part. Today we have seen what is moment of inertia, what is radius of gyration, and what are the different formulas. Now we see next part is moment of inertia about now two theorems are remaining, that is parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem. Now that we take in next lecture, because now in lecture it is remains incomplete. So we take in the next lecture. So today we have seen what is moment of inertia. We again revise it for 5 minutes. So moment of inertia is nothing but it is the algebraic sum of moment of inertia. It is the algebraic sum of second moment of all the elementary areas. So the SI unit of moment of inertia is meter raised to 4, meter to the power 4. We generally calculate in mm, so mm raised to 4. So if we have to calculate about x axis, then it is a y square. Then we have seen what is the radius of gyration. Radius of gyration is nothing but it is the distance. It is that distance from the given axis at which the entire area is to be concentrated without changing the mi about that axis. So moment of radius of gyration is under root I by a. So the SI unit of radius of gyration is a meter. It is a distance, so it is measured in meter, or we can say in mm. Then we have seen the basic figures for all the basic formulas for all the basic standard figures. Nothing but moment of inertia we calculate about centroidal axis. Centroidal axis means the axis which passes through the centroid. So that is centroidal axis. So generally moment of inertia we calculate about centroidal axis. So we must know the position of centroid for each basic figure. म्हणजे सर्कलचा सेंट्रॉइड कुठे असतो, ट्रायंगलचा कुठे असतो, that we should know. Then only we can calculate moment of inertia about that centroidal axis. So in next lecture, we take the next part of this chapter, moment of inertia. Thank you.